I think the easiest place to find all information about the program is the Rebuilding Center page on the Open Architecture Network. We are focusing on a few key areas. One is the Haiti School Initiative. Through that initiative, we're doing 4 plus 2, about 8 or 9 schools, and we've submitted proposals for 2 other schools, so it's going to be like 10 or 12 schools very soon. In addition to that, with respect to the Haiti School Initiative, the implementing agency for the Haitian government is also interested in working with us. So if all goes well, we've submitted a proposal to do 30 schools all over Haiti as a way to not just rebuild the schools, but also as a way of knowledge transfer. So the idea is to set up a team who are going to be building these schools, setting up standards and guidelines, which then the implementing agency can share with other builders and designers so that it can be adapted and replicated faster. So it's just not the schools that we build, but it's also training the labor, training contractors, training designers and architects. That is one big initiative, and the other one is what we are calling Bati Bien, which means Build Back Better. Through that initiative, we're doing a number of training workshops. One of them is CAD BIM training, and the other one is professional training. The idea is to partner with a local training agency to train architects and engineers, because now that they're going to get a flood of projects, they don't have the capacity to respond to that demand at this stage. Apparently last year, according to a certain statistic, I'm not able to recollect which one, only 1% of the construction and building projects went to Haitians last year, only 1%. And the 99% all went to foreign companies, which is not a good sign at all. So to the extent that we're training all these people, we are increasing capacity, but what if there is no demand? What if people don't want to use these architects and engineers? Because it is going to cost slightly more to get professional services. It is going to cost more to rebuild safely, because right now, whatever is being built, or what was built in the past, they were not putting in enough steel, not the right composition of cement, and that's why they are where they are at this point, but it does cost more. So to that extent, we are doing a campaign where we're going to be having these large billboards, radio shows, newspaper articles, advertisements, promoting safe construction and telling people how it's accessible and who they need to reach out to and how they can build back safely. So in addition to training these people, is also to raise awareness so that there is a demand for the contractors and engineers that get certified through these training processes. We're also doing mason training, which is job site training. We have gone into construction on 3 schools now, and we are partnering with an organization called Build Change. So they come on site and train the labor force, the contractor's labor force. So it's at no fee. The contractor just gets paid for the job that he has to accomplish. But so that's been very successful, and the laborers want to get more of those training sessions, which is always a good sign. And the other large initiative is what we're calling as the reconstruction of small, medium enterprises. We identified that it is important to build back businesses, because that's what's going to create jobs. We started with identifying what we call economic corridors. We identified 6 corridors in Haiti, and a mapping exercise was conducted, and not all the maps are on here, but the idea was to identify what the use of the buildings were and how safe or unsafe the structures were, the pedestrian activity, vehicular activity, and whatnot. The idea behind doing this is to show that there is a demand. There is no existing database, there is no existing study which outlines all of this. So we've taken it upon ourselves to not make up the data, but come up with that data so we can present to potential donors and funders and show them that there is a need. The idea is to work with a bank or a lending agency and be their representative to make sure that whatever is being built is built back safely.